The universe, dominantly full of empty space, very vast, with nothing in between. But when we look up to the night sky, not only do we see stars, but we also see galaxies. For this video project, I'll be going over the general means of what a galaxy is and what some can do. This will be the general. Then I will also touch on some interesting information that relates with our galaxy. For the first discussion, we're going to see what are galaxies and how is it considered a galaxy. When looking at it in the night sky with a telescope, galaxies are a collection of stars, gas, and dust, as well as dark matter, all being held together by gravity. These galaxies come in many shapes and sizes. Some may look familiar to our own as well. While they look like a cluster of stars, these stars are actually in orbit. These stars are orbiting a super black hole in the center of these galaxies. The formation of these galaxies are usually a combination of other smaller galaxies. Galaxies are very attractive to each other, and usually gravity will bring them together until they form into the galaxies we know today. Perhaps this is why we have the supermassive black holes in the center of these galaxies. Although they may have looked familiar from the naked eye, when we look closer at some of these galaxies, they're not really the same. There was a time in history where we thought our own galaxy, the Milky Way, was basically our whole universe, until Hubble discovered other galaxies that were thought to be nebulas at first. There are different types of galaxies up there in the universe. The first one is like our own, the Milky Way, and soon to be discovered Andromeda galaxy. These galaxies fall in the category of spiral galaxies. You can kind of guess why they are called like that, just by the way they look. Although these kinds of galaxies only make up just about 20% of the total galaxies in the known universe. The ones that are more dominant in the known universe are elliptical galaxies. An example of an elliptical galaxy is IC 110. This specific galaxy is one of the biggest galaxies astronomers have found. Elliptical galaxies make up 75% of the known universe. Finally, we got irregular galaxies, which make about 5% of the known universe. Of course, these are called irregular galaxies because of their irregular shape. These are usually the result of two colliding or merging galaxies in motion. As we look at these galaxies, only a few specific galaxies are able to have the necessary materials to give birth to stars. These galaxies are like ours, spiral galaxies, because our galaxies are full of gas and dust. These are usual ingredients to make stars. Of course, these births of stars usually happen in nebulas that are within the galaxy. Elliptical galaxies are usually the result of two spiral galaxies merging with each other. As a result, these elliptical galaxies don't have much gas and dust within them. So as we can imagine, the stars in these elliptical galaxies are ancient. It is well known that in space there is gravity, the force that usually holds everything together, usually going into a spherical shape. Although what some astronomers have found is some kind of matter that cannot be seen or can be detected, is also contributing to the galaxies being held together. This mysterious thing is well known to be the mystery of dark matter. Some kind of matter that cannot be seen, but it is being detected because of its reaction with gravity. We don't exactly know what is responsible of dark matter. Let alone we don't really know if it actually even exists. All we know is that dark matter somewhat exists. also saying that it doesn't interact significantly with itself, normal matter, or radiation, and that it is very cold. As we know, from the night sky, we could visually see one of our nearest galaxies, our nearest neighbor. As I mentioned earlier, this is the Andromeda Galaxy. Now, what makes this galaxy special is that it's just about 5 billion years in time. Andromeda and the Milky Way galaxy will collide and be united into one big elliptical galaxy. The name for this galaxy will then be Milkdromeda. Because of these galaxies are mostly made of empty space, it is unlikely that two stars will collide. A great majority of stars will pass by each other, at best during the collision, because of this wide empty space during this collision. The last thing I will discuss is the location of these galaxies. As we know, galaxies usually do not roam by themselves. We also know that galaxies are attracted to each other. Our Milky Way galaxy is found in a small group of galaxies, known as the Local Group, also where the Andromeda Galaxy is actually the biggest galaxy in the group. But let's go back a little more further. Our Local Group is also part of what's called a supercluster. To be specific, the supercluster we're in is the Virgo supercluster. These superclusters are usually massive and do contain many, many galaxies within them. I hope you learned something from this video. It wasn't quickly made and it was a little bit of a struggle to find certain things. But in the end, I hope this was enough. Thank you for watching, and this was the Galaxy Project.